plastic bottle, except that you'll save like $600 a year. But other than that, we're pretty much the same. Pure, good, clean water.
Will the president's health care plan crush the country financially?
Minnesota Governor Tim Pawlenty says the administration is just trying to expand a broken system, and he joins us now. Good morning, Governor.
Good morning, Allison.
Okay, so we understand you've sent a letter to your congressional delegation telling them basically to abandon this legislation. Is there nothing redeemable in it to you?
Well, there's a lot of things we could do on a bipartisan basis to come together and fix this broken healthcare system, and it is broken, and one of the main reasons it's broken is because we can't afford it anymore. But things like medical malpractice reform, getting rid of junk lawsuits, things like making sure we do prohibit people from being excluded from insurance because of pre-existing conditions, portability so you can carry your insurance from job to job in this dynamic economy, and many other things. But there's aspects of this bill and other ideas that could form the basis for a bipartisan compromise, but this is not it. They are ramming through a roadway, a map to bankruptcy.
Well, it looks as if they won't be able to vote on it before they go on vacation. In fact, the House goes on vacation. They'll be gone tomorrow. But Governor Harry Reid yesterday has already started pointing the finger, and it's not just at your party. He's blaming the media as well for, making up the deadlines and stuff like that. All he's got to do is look at his own party. He can't even get enough Democrats to sign on to this thing to say, okay, we're for it. They have got a supermajority. What's that about?
Well, I think it's about that facts matter, and even some of the Democrats are being responsible as it comes to the financing of this thing. You do not balance the checkbook by sending out more checks or spending more money. They're saying we're going to save money by spending more money. It's nonsensical. Even some of the Democrats have figured that out. And don't take my word for it. The Congressional Budget Office says that this thing doesn't come close to paying for itself. It is going to be a major contributor to additional debt and deficit in this country, not just in terms of federal government spending, but also the tax burdens that this is going to place on employers and employees at a time when our economy can least afford it. It is a bad idea. It is misguided, and they need to go back to the drawing board and put together a true bipartisan package.
Governor, you just laid out some of your solutions that you would have had included in this health care plan, and one of them is tort reform. Of course, that would be limiting that malpractice insurance that is pricing general practitioners out of the field. How can that not be included in this 1,000-page bill?
Well, it should be included, Allison, and of course there's politics around that because you have various groups, namely the trial lawyers, who fight any sort of efforts to make it more difficult to bring those kinds of lawsuits. But in Minnesota, for example, we say if you want to sue a doctor, you have to have another doctor sign an affidavit at the front end of the lawsuit saying it's meritorious. That screens out, in many cases, the junk lawsuits.
All right. Tim Pawlenty, the governor of the great state of Minnesota. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us live from
You're welcome.
Minneapolis.
Thanks, Governor.
Thanks.
I remember this guy, Mr. Clucky.
Sure.
Well, the South Beach Rooster was in court yesterday to see if he could stay in town. Did the judge tell him bye-bye, Birdie?
Yeah, we got the verdict. Plus, at the top of the hour, Megyn Kelly joins us. And what's up with you?
Hey, guys, I'm so glad that you are having Mr. Clucky on because in Kelly's court today, we will tell you what happened in court yesterday, show you some footage, and we'll break down his legal rights. So tell that guest to stay tuned for 1040. Also, the Space Shuttle Endeavour schedule for what we hope will be a picture-perfect landing. Watch it live during our show. Plus, will you be forced to pay for abortions courtesy of the House health care bill or not? They've made a decision. We've got the shocking update, plus Juan Williams on the beer bash at the White House. Top of the hour.
Hard-hitting, straightforward, and tough. The Spin stops here because the Factor's looking out for you. Watch the #1 show in all of cable news, The O'Reilly Factor.
Okay, you're all set.
There's lots of things that make Pearl Vision different, like no surprise costs at our registers. And our offers are different, too. Right now, it's buy one complete pair of eyeglasses and get a second pair free for you or anyone in your family. Visit pearlvision.com.
Did you know just one sheet of Bounce Outdoor Fresh gives you more freshness than 2 sheets of the leading store brand? Wow, who knew? Bounce, more freshness in a single sheet.
Fly higher. Go further with us. U.S. Bank is one of America's strongest banks. And our strengths have never been more aligned with the needs of our nation. We are well capitalized, eager to lend, and focused on helping businesses and consumers come through these extraordinary times with flying colors. Imagine what you